Welcome to this week's episode of The Perceptive Readers, a podcast series made in the Product of Culture, aka Pocbooks website's office. Hi, I'm James. Is humanity important? Hi, welcome to this Pocbooks update moment. I'm James Lynch. Does that sound like a strange question to ask? Is humanity important? Or should I say, is humanity important to you? I once talked about humanity very briefly, and I was not defining it. I was just stating it as a fact that you already would know what it is. And it has something to do with one of my commentaries that I was making. It was a Mark Twain commentary on The Prince and the Pauper, where I actually did a breakdown of 10 chapters of The Prince and the Pauper, which many of you probably have already really enjoyed. But one of the openings that I made was I talked about humanity in the first chapter and how it would be very important that we never lose our humanity no matter what status in life we have, because what does humanity characterize us as? Or what do we show? We're basically looking at some of the statements from other sources. They talked about how the human race does have the ability to show kindness, mercy, and sympathy. See, that's what humanity is. And so no matter what status we may be in, we never want to lose what really is an innate ability that was put into our hearts when we were created, our ability to show kindness, mercy, and sympathy. You see, there's other sources too that talks about, again, you don't have to be rich to show it. You don't have to be poor to show it. But the point is, we all have this ability to keep it within ourselves and show it regardless of status, as you keep hearing me state. Now, there's another aspect of humanity that we don't give much consideration to probably either, is it actually helps us to think creatively and critically. See, it helps us to gain insight into subjects as well. And the reason why I will state that, from one of these sources that made that, statement, because I'm paraphrasing things, is because you care. That's what humanity is as well. And one source was saying by having it, this is why we're able to explore poetry, history, culture, and the arts. All that is wrapped up in humanity. Isn't that something? So, would we want to lose it? No. So we talked about the aspects of what we're able to show, the qualities that we show, the way that we treat people, have sympathy and things of that nature. Well, the other thing that we want to make sure is that all of this was wrapped up in a masterpiece of a creation called a human body, a human soul. Isn't that something? And if you want to go a step further, the reason why we were given all of these qualities, because the true grand creator, the true God, actually said, let us make man in our image. And of course, women as well. So we get all of these qualities. We get our humanity from being created in God's image as well. Not that he's a human, but the point is these abilities, these characteristics, as some would say, and you heard me say this before, there are 4 attributes that describe who God is. And that's, again, love, justice, wisdom, and power. But I want to emphasize the one that says love, when it is drawn, if you will, or showed or envisioned from the good book, it actually shows God with a human or man's face as one of his attributes. Again, this gives you more insight into why it is so important that we appreciate our humanity and that we keep all the aspects of it that make us up as humans. All right. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this Pocbooks update moment. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. You have just listened to the Perceptive Readers Podcast. Remember, until next time, if you read something that encourages you to improve or enhance your life for the better, it becomes your reality.